What do you reckon, guys? Should we go in? We've had enough, yeah? Hello guys, it's the EdShed and we're having a discussion. Whether you get the discussion because it's heated and stretchable and we're having it. So, if he backs away that way, so I'm in the distance and I have to shout because your microphone's not going to me. Right, sides of the van. Now, Lee did some really good ideas on it and got some really good shapes, but they're not the shapes. They are getting to the shapes I like, but they're still not the shapes I like. And one of the things in the discussion we've had is, well, we could cut this off, go straight down, well then we might as well chop that off, then we might as well throw that away, and we'll go straight down, we match it, and then you'd have that shape, which is great. But it would look like you've taken a Mark II Jag and just chopped the back off, which is not what I want to build. I want to build a Sedan delivery. Now, I think Lee hates them. He doesn't like Sedan deliveries. But
no, I've seen lots of like the 50s, 60s style things where they made them, and obviously the cars all had lovely swoopy sides to them. So when they took one and then they took the back of one and put it over the back of a normal sedan car, they matched those lines in so that you ended up with
matching the lines in. I'm just not matching them in using panels. The only thing I want to use is the door skins and the rear wings as bits of, and the wheel arch is the only thing I'm going to keep, and I want to use those to match the idea of the Jaguar. But I don't want to make panels just because and cut my body. I want my shape to like it is. I think my shape on my van is brilliant. I think my back doors are brilliant. I think the back quarter panels are brilliant, and I think
the back of it's going to look like a Mark II Escort.
And it's going to look like a Mark II Escort. I don't mind it looking like a Mark II Escort.
It's going to be a cross between a Jaguar Mark II.
Jaguar's going to come up here.
A 70s Cherokee Jeep
with wood.
With a Mark II Escort van back door setup. And
yeah, well, like can I say, I never thought my own children would turn against me.
Nobody's turned against you. It's just,
it's just
you asked.
They just don't have a vision.
You asked
can I say,
for things, and then it's your
vision.
Can
I say I had a dream, right?
Okay.
What do you think? See, he agrees with me. See, that's what he's showing you. He said he agrees with me. He goes, look, I like the idea of using the rear quarters, I do, and I do like some of it. I'm just not going to start putting, like, cutting the sides and making it slab side, because it'll just look like a Mark II van that someone's chopped the back off and made it. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing it my way. I like input, but reality is my idea is not to look like a Mark II Jag, just because I have to Mark II Jag parts. I want it to look, it's a shed, a fence moving. Jag here.
I was just thinking if you wanted to keep that nice slab-sided, straight linesy type thing, we should get some Range Rover wings.
They're aluminium. If I had some Range Rover wings, I'd put them on my Range Rover. Now look, just have a look at it, guys, and I want comments in the comments. I know that loyal
by the time you make your comments, unfortunately, he'll have probably done whatever he wants anyway.
Yeah, I'll do it my way.
So then you can comment.
But at least look, comments. I like comments and people's input. I mean, the Morris 1000 Traveller idea is what you're heading for, Lee.
Well, no, I wasn't heading for a Morris 1000 Traveller idea. All I was heading for was when we brought this in.
You thought about Morris 1000 Traveller back wings, what they look like.
Yeah, and I know.
They'd go great on there. We could just slab them onto the slab side, hence the curves.
But we don't think.
And we can make them. You can make the Morris 1000 Traveller back wings come off. So you could do the slab side that I want, and then do that like step side van. You know the step side where you get the big bubble arches. That's what you're talking about. That's the next one.
It's
the
not.
Step side pickup.
My idea was.
No, Jaguar Mark
so
II
you had the Mark
side.
II. You maintain the line, the swage line from here down to the back. You brought it in somewhere around here, and then we just put a plate down this side and then matched the curve down there, and you blended it into the back quarter of the wing. But obviously that's not, you know, he doesn't like that, which is fine. He doesn't like that.
I like
So
the idea of coming out to the outer edge of the panel.
But I just don't understand.
I
I don't see what the point in bothering to try and utilise this is then. So, like,
Well,
just take the whole thing off.
I said that only for the feather flap was anything
Yeah.
I wanted.
So what you need.
You used it. You did it because of the wheel arch.
But what you need to do is you need to take the whole thing off, take the whole lot off, and then create the frame in the back, like behind the thing. So create the wheel arch, and then once you've created the wheel arch, then you try and weld the spat on, because you're going to have an idea of the gap between here and the gap between the sill.
Because the wheel arch, remember, can be anywhere. My only concern with the wheel arch was the amount of travel in the wheels, and if you use the spats, I want that wheel arch lip. It matches the front. Right?
Yeah,
so
that's fine. You want the wheel arch lip, but I don't see why you need to weld the spat in place. Whereas if you made the,
I wanted to tack it in place so I can get the.
But you're talking about welding it in place permanently, which is where you're going. So why does it need to be welded and tacked in place when on the back of the spat there's a series of bolts anyway? And if you created a wheel arch so that you had it there, you could then just bolt it straight to the wheel arch with a couple of nuts and bolts, which is what I originally said about.
I know,
and then that gives you all things, because the problem you've got is here it's straight, here it goes in one direction, there it's further in. So no, because it's sloping in at the back. That's what you tried to do. So you want it to do that. So if are you trying to keep these straight? Because if you look at this at this point, this is actually much further out than this anyway. So how?
It's going to bulge.
But this is the thing: is your initial idea was to try and create the curve down here?
Yeah, but you're just saying this because you've got all that well done. If you got that shape there, right here, then you can make that shape there, fix that. It's not going to matter how you're saying. If you try to use that panel and it's no good, then you can't use it, can you? I said the only reason you got that panel on there is because it matches the wheel arch spat.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
But I know it is. But what I'm trying to say to you is this spat.
You go back to the argument you already had, because you're repeating yourself.
This spat has to be this far out, and this are at two different levels. So you're talking about coming out and then coming out, aren't you?
Well, I think you're not.
No, I'm not, because.
How can you say that when you haven't built? When it's not been built.
But
once I build it,
does this need at least two fingers between it? Yeah?
I don't know.
Yeah, it needs at least two fingers between
the
that.
top's got to lean in, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, but then if the top leans in, that doesn't make any difference to this, because this is still outside of this.
No, look. God.
But
The whole thing's curving in at the back.
The whole thing's curving in, so you're going to have this out here at the front and curving in at the back.
Pathetic.
It's not pathetic, because this is...
Come round here and look for the back.
Yeah, I'm looking from the back. This here is not at the same level as this.
There you go. Yeah, it's a write-off.
2 hours welded together.
Yeah, can I say, just quickly, going back to his argument, right? See, I could put that on there, like,
Yeah.
and completely ruin your conversation,
It's not ruining my conversation. It's what? You're going to, on the outside of this?
No, I'm not using I'm using it to show you the line of the body from there to the wheel arch lip.
So
we'll be fine.
Okay, so then you've got this angle here and that angle there. Yeah? So, look.
But that's pinching in. It's doing what it does.
I know, but...
It's doing this. It's coming in.
I know it's...
That's what it's called. It's called...
I know it's...
All right, let's make it longer. Let's make it longer.
Anyway.
Yeah, now look. Next time you see it, Andy will be chomping down on a bowler hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe not.
Yeah.
But remember, I've only worked on it a week and a half. And you've worked on it like more than me. Well, you have. No, you've worked on it about 5 days. And I've worked on like 15.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we make sure we do that unfair division of labour again. Anyway,
of course, that's what capitalists do.
Anyway.
Yeah,
nice to see you.
You'll inherit the earth. Anyway, yeah, so love to see you guys. Like and follow. I'm looking forward to some comments about it, because obviously the bits we are at the moment, I don't know. But it depends how fast the video's gone. But if you see this, when you get to this part, you'll see that we're actually really quite far in, and we haven't been working on it that long. So there could well be in the summer a nice hat eating incident. See you soon, guys. Bye.